and enjoyment. Nothing too serious, or nothing serious at all. I hope you are enjoying the series, or I hope you are relaxing. And let's start with tonight's story. It is also 3 chapters. Let's pour our tea and start the story. Thank you. Your cup, bestie. Okay, by the way, I'm wearing my hat again. Looks pretty nice, right? Okay. Let's start with today's story. The hidden camera in the trophy. Let's start with chapter 1. The rivalry heats up. The City League Soccer Club was the biggest deal in town, and the rivalry between the two top coaches, Coach Miller and Coach Hayes, was legendary. They hated each other, and everyone knew it. This season, they were battling for the prestigious Founders Cup. Everyone in the club, from the team owners to the players, was taking sides and spreading tea about who was cheating. Jess, the team manager who handled all the equipment, noticed something strange. She was setting up the team trophy case for a photo shoot and found a tiny scratch at the base of the big Founders Cup. She mentioned it to Leo, the team's mechanic, who knew how to fix anything. Leo was skeptical but promised to take a closer look. Leo, I'm telling you, something's not right, Jess insisted. Coach Miller is acting way too confident. He just bought a new expensive security system for his office, and he keeps sending his new assistant Kevin to check on the trophy case. Leo took the trophy into his shop. He used a strong light to look at the scratch. Just, this isn't a scratch, he said, sounding shocked. This is a seam, and look inside. He carefully opened the small panel on the base. Inside, tucked perfectly in the hollow space, was a small, high-tech camera. Jess gasped. A camera? Who put a camera in the main trophy, and why? It has a Wi-Fi card, Leo said, quickly pulling the camera out. It's a feed, and look where it's pointed. He had the trophy up. The lens was pointed straight across the hall, directly at the closed door of Coach Hayes' office. No way, Jess whispered. The tea is that Coach Miller put a camera in the trophy to spy on Coach Hayes' private meetings. He's cheating to win the cup. And that is the end of chapter 1. Surprisingly, they gave us the full event, or the full, plot right from the first chapter, so I'm excited to see how the other 2 chapters go. Let's take a sip and continue with our story. secret schedule. Leo quickly downloaded the camera's data before anyone noticed. The video files were a goldmine. They showed Coach Hayes, the supposedly honest coach, doing things that were anything but honest. The first few clips were boring. Hayes working late, taking calls. But then came the juicy stuff. One video showed Coach Hayes meeting in his office with a man they didn't recognize. The man was holding a thick wad of cash. Another video was even better. It showed Coach Hayes taking a small black notebook out of his safe. He opened it up and wrote in it. The camera was good enough to zoom in a bit, and they could clearly see the title at the top of the page. Player Rotation Schedule, Future Games. He's giving away his plans, Jess exclaimed, looking at the video on Leon's screen. But who is he meeting? The cash is a bribe, but for what? To give away the team's strategies. Leo noticed something small in the background of the meeting clip. Wait, look at the man's wrist. See that watch? It has the logo of the River City Rivals team, the team we play next week. The blood suddenly flipped. The T that Coach Miller was the cheater was wrong. The camera had been put there by Coach Miller to catch Hayes cheating. Coach Miller wasn't cheating, Jess realized. He was trying to expose Hayes. The bribe was for Hayes to sell our game strategies to the rival team. He was ruining the whole season for money. Damn, what a plot twist, am I right, bestie? And that is the end of chapter 2. Let's take some more sips and move on to the final chapter. Are you ready for the final chapter, bestie? Good. Chapter 3. The Exposed Plan. Knowing the truth was one thing. Proving it was another. They couldn't just hand over a hidden camera video that would expose Coach Miller's own breaking of the rules. They needed to force Coach Hayes to slip up in public. They decided to use the information from the future game schedule they saw in the notebook. Leo quickly printed out the image of the schedule and left a copy anonymously on the desk of the club owner. The next morning, the club owner was furious. He called Coach Hayes into his office and demanded to know why the rival team was already practicing against the exact formations and player shifts listed on the printed schedule. Coach Hayes, thinking he was still safe, denied everything. He swore he hadn't shared his plans with anyone. The owner then called in Coach Miller and Jess as the equipment manager to discuss the leak. Coach Miller just looked at Hayes with a knowing, tight smile. Maybe it's time to check the trophy case, sir. He suggested to the owner. I've been worried about the security patient and sold the strategic plans. The camera had been recording for days, collecting undeniable proof. The real tea was that Coach Hayes was the traitor, selling out the team for cash. Coach Miller had been forced to break a rule, which is planting the camera to expose a much bigger crime. Coach Hayes was immediately fired. The Founders Cup rivalry was over, but the story of the hidden camera in the trophy would be the legendary tea of the club for decades. The honest coach was the spy, and the spy was the hero. The end. I hope you guys loved the story. It was pretty